We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello, my name is Ian, welcome back, and this is a series of videos about how to digitise a 40-year-old vinyl record. First video is linked down below, and this is looking at whether or not we need to actually adjust the speed of the turntable. What I have done is I have played through the record once to make sure that there aren't any massive cracks and popples or problems. There aren't. There's a few cracks and pops and crackles, but we can deal with that. But actually, I'm back to checking the speed of the turntable. Just under 33 1/3. 32.81. Now 32.81 I think is probably close enough to 33. We're only 0.2 out, so we're going to leave. I'm not going to adjust the settings underneath, but I'll show you a picture of how to do that. So as you see, we've solved the problem of when I first switched it on, there was a loud hum, and I suddenly realised that the ground had come away from the little RIAA preamp that I'm using down here. Just reconnected the ground, which is just there, and the job's solved. We're going to use this to send the signal from the turntable, which comes into here. Currently it's going out to the hi-fi amplifier. We're going to disconnect that, and we're going to connect that to our audio interface and our laptop. So the next thing we need to do is we need to digitize it, and there are several ways you could do that. You could take a lead out of the stereo headphone socket on an amplifier, which won't give us the right sort of quality. You'll get the job done, but you know, it won't be what we wanted. What we're going to do is we're going to use a laptop with a digital audio workstation connected to an external sound card, and I'll set that up now. So I've just done a headphone test. So what we've got here is we've got the stereo leads into an adapter to get stereo headphone out, connected to our Lexicon Alpha audio interface. Now these are very underrated. You can pick these up fairly cheaply, 50 quid I think, something like that. They're not meant to work with later Apple equipment, and I don't know about the M1s, but this is a Mac running Catalina, and it works perfectly well with that. So I've just done an audio test. I've recorded a little bit out of the headphone socket, and later on we'll be able to actually compare the headphone socket to the actual taking the signal straight out of the RIAA preamp. So I'm now going to just reconnect that, and then we'll get on with the recording. to lift the gain up on the audio interface compared to the output we were getting from the headphone socket. The interesting thing about the Alpha is that you probably can't see it. Maybe it's just my interface, but I always thought that they were in green and then peaked at red. They don't seem, the green LEDs don't seem to be working, and all I get is a red peak when actually it's too hot. But that's not a massive issue. It looks like it's recording well. And we'll see you in about 40 minutes. So, I have now recorded both sides of the album, and just a couple of things just before I finish this video. One is that I wanted to put a clamp, so I clamped the record. This thing called a pig, I don't know if you can still get them anymore. And what a clamp will do is, it will, if there's any warping to the record, it will help to even that out. It will also stop any air getting underneath the record. And the second thing is that what's really interesting, if I can get this to come in, that the record is much louder in the first half. So here is the first half of the record until about there. So it starts off really loud, gets quieter, and it gets an awful lot quieter towards the end of the record. Which is not an uncommon thing, I believe. I have done a little bit of research. Some people say it's the fact that the mastering engineer has done something to the record, which may well be possible, and we may find out more when we find out whether parts of the record have been speeded up. Having listened to the record again twice now, certain tracks, and I won't say which yet, sound slightly too fast, but other tracks sound fine, really. So I wonder if the speed issue, if it was speeded up, I don't think the whole album was speeded up. But we can certainly fix the quiet side in the mastering process. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now, bye bye.